Washington and Brussels on the same page when it comes to sanctions and how to respond to this?
Well, there's certainly a difference in tone today, isn't there? Because the US is using very harsh language and talking about possible sanctions, although it hasn't actually enacted any yet. The noises we're getting from Brussels, though, ahead of this EU foreign ministers meeting is that the EU is not heading towards sanctions, that it wants to keep lines of communication open with Russia. And a lot of that has to do with the German position. Germany is very cautious. And as we heard from our correspondent in Berlin, Germany sees the G8 as a key forum in which to keep that line of communication open with Russia, and therefore it's unlikely to try to kick Russia out of the G8, which is something that's been suggested by John Kerry, as you just said. The worst diplomatic sanctions so far that we've heard about from the Europeans is several G8 members pulling out of the Sochi summit, which is scheduled to happen in Russia in June. But given that President Putin himself snubbed Barack Obama's G8 in 2012, he didn't turn up to Camp David, he could probably live with a snub on Sochi.
And moving on to other world news now, an entire nation, and indeed the world, is following the trial of Oscar Pistorius.